早上中国，我喜欢吃冰淇淋，你想吃吗？
Oh my.
Yeah, so hi from China, Shenzhen. Hey, talking about China, 我最近的 weather 有点 it's a bit screwed up. Yeah, it was okay. The thing about Shenzhen / Hong Kong this area, I don't know whether you all know, the weather fluctuations in like the winter or spring time right is it will go from maybe like 21, 24 degrees, you know, on average to a whopping 10 to 8 degrees at night. You see everyone
covering in 羽绒服.
Oh my god. It's like you're going to Beijing or Shanghai, you know. It's mad lah. It's mad. So anyways, hi everyone. I'm Chong Yong.
Yeah, and I'm Jeffrey. So here we are on the NOC Greater Bay Area program. Yeah. So actually, like, what do you know about NOC?
Oh, talking about this. If you really go to the website, NOC stands for NUS Overseas College. Correct. And it's like a special program, right? That you go overseas, not to study, not to full-time study. It's like to really go and have exposure, internship experience, and on top of that, you're also going to their famous schools to
do a part-time study.
Yeah. To mix around with the kids there lah. So like for us, we actually had how many sessions we have? Our lessons already.
Currently, we are on our second one. Yeah. So next week we'll be starting the third one.
So it's quite interesting. You see like for people who don't really like, as Singaporeans in class we talk English.
Correct.
They talk Chinese. Full Chinese. Yeah, most of the time. So okay lah, I mean it's a good exposure lah. That's NOC in short lah. But talking about this, right? Wait, how you even encounter NOC in the first place?
How do I encounter NOC? I think long
story.
Long story.
I think your story not as long as mine.
Oh really? Then maybe you can share first.
Maybe I can share first.
Yeah, you can share first.
Okay. How I got to know NOC, right? I don't know how many of your users you know about NOC, or how everyone has their own story lah. But for mine it's quite rather interesting. It happened in Singapore. I was just chilling with my friend, you know. I never met him for a very long time. Then he said, "Hey, want to go eat or not?" Then I say, "Okay lah, I'll eat where?" He recommended me go Bedok 58 market, not 85. 85 is eat all the 烤鱼, you know, all the satay. 58, right? Got nasi lemak, got Western food. Then we eat this thing called it's like a pork soup. Yeah, it's like a bit of lor mee, but it's the more nicer kind of 面线. It's called 面线. So we like, okay, we go there eat. Then we were chatting, right? After that, he tell me, "Hey bro, I got good news. I'm very excited, you know." Then I'm like, excited? Oh, he got girlfriend bro. Got girlfriend Then he say, "Hey, you know, every time about girlfriend one ma. Must learn to invest in yourself, you know." Then like, okay, 讲 lah. You say lah, you so happy. Then say, "Hey bro, I got into NOC." Then I, what's NOC? I a bit swaku. A bit don't know what's going on. I think what's NOC? Oh, then he explained to me. He say, he's going to what's it called? Norway. He's going to Norway. And we all know in our image, Norway is a very beautiful place.
It's one of the most prestigious program in NOC.
Yeah, correct. It's one of the most prestigious. You go to Norway, this country, you get to see northern lights, you know, everything. So when he tell me all this, in my mind, it's already etching a very positive mindset about NOC. But back then, I thought about like, I didn't really get to see much NOC lah. I only see, our NUS email, they will share NOC marketing and all that. But I didn't really go and check. Yeah. Then I really got to know and understand deeper is through my friend. Then what about yours?
Understand. I think personally, okay, so a little bit of context of my background. So I'm a polytechnic graduate moving into NUS, right? So I think back in my polytechnic years, I was already very interested in entrepreneurship, this path, moving on this path. Okay, yeah. So I actually have been seeking opportunities to work in a startup, right, ever since my polytechnic. So eventually, when it comes to picking my universities, I of course want such opportunity lah that is there for me. Yeah. So when I was applying for NUS, I was doing some research lah. Then I came across this NUS flagship program, which is this NUS Overseas program that we are currently on. Yeah. Yeah, so I was really interested in the program because I think first thing because it offers the best of both worlds, right? So as I said, I was actively seeking opportunities to work in the startup space. Yeah. Then second thing, of course, going to university. I think everyone have the same goal where you want to go overseas to experience the life out there, to get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, so here NOC provides you the best of both worlds. You get to go overseas, do your internship, as well as you get to explore the country itself. Yeah, so that was how I get to know NOC lor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, but I thought that time you tell me what you say because of NOC you came to NUS.
Correct. Yeah, I think NOC, the program itself is very interesting. So which is why that is the main reason NUS was my first choice lah. Yeah.
Wow. NUS president, you gotta give a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. For myself, right? Okay, initially like I said, I really never consider NOC. I never think about all this. Because I think mainly, maybe if some of y'all not sure, NOC is not just about interning overseas. It's really immersing yourself in the startup culture, like what Jeff said. But back then, as you all know, I'm from Faculty of Science. Not say anything, but the people I mix with, the environment, usually you talk to a science student, you don't tell, hey, you want to start business? We don't talk like that, we talk about, there's this sales, you talk about these lecture notes or things like this. So the startup kind of culture, it was not really etched in me. Yeah, it's mainly through mixing with my friends outside, then after I got to know more about business, then slowly my mindset started to shift. Only in year 3, then I started considering more venturing into the business route. But at that point of time, I didn't really have this mindset that hit me yet. But the main real factor that really attracted me into NOC, I would say is like what you say, the exposure. It's really the exposure, because like I was actually sharing with my brother that day, because he's also in NUS Then he wanted to come NOC. He see like, wow, we in China like having fun No, but we also got to do serious work, okay? Yeah, so
work hard, play hard.
Yes. I preach that, work hard, play hard. So he asked me, he said, hey, what should I go NOC? What are the things I should consider? I think 2 things. First is, if you already intend to go overseas, be it is exchange program, be it is internship, I personally would feel that having an overseas exposure in the workforce, that will really give you a bigger starting point compared to your peers. Yeah, imagine everyone else is going through the same path as you in your course, in your cohort, but you are just one of the rare few outstanding ones that has overseas, all these kind of enriching programs that will really help you shape your character development and all that, and really differentiate you in your cohort when you go out to the workforce. Yeah. Then I think second point would be the stretching your comfort zone. Yeah. Have you like lived overseas by yourself before?
Yeah, personally, I'm
really?
Yeah, I'm a Malaysian.
Wait, man. Hey, you never introduced yourself in Malaysia.
Okay, a little bit more context is I am a Malaysian. So I only went over to Singapore when I went over for Polytechnic. Yeah, so that's my first experience living overseas lah. But I would say coming to China is totally a whole new experience.
True.
Yeah. Those certain part it feels like Singapore, right? But there are more there are other aspects that it's kind of fresh lah. So it kind of gives me a culture shock. But I really like the experience.
In one part give culture shock.
One part's culture shock. Okay, I think in China, I feel like the companies, right, workers are willing to stretch beyond their working hours just to complete their task. Yeah, I think in Singapore, most people are focusing on work-life balance lah. That's what I taught myself before I come to China.
Wait, then no work-life balance.
I'm gonna do work-life balance. Yeah, after I come, I think it all went down lah. But it's okay, I embrace the culture. Yeah, despite all that, I learned a lot of new stuff.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Talking about work-life culture, I think that's also one of the exposures that we have when we come to China. Because I mean, we all know that China, the history of China, especially in Shenzhen. I don't talk about this because if you really went to Google search, right, 40 years ago, Shenzhen wasn't like that. If you go to Google search Shenzhen, then you'll see like high-rise corporate buildings and all that. Everything looks so magnificent, looks so advanced. But 40 years ago, it was a fishing village. It was just people, plowing the rice, you know, kind of farming things is really very basic. But in just a short span of 40 years, it transformed into this mega city. So definitely there are some things that I feel that we can learn a lot when we come here to intern, which is that overseas exposure again that attracted both of us to come here. But talking about this, it's been how long already since we?
It's been 2 months lah. So now we are already in our
2
third
months.
month. Time passes very fast.
Oh my god, yeah. 2 months already. We are 2 months into the program. But actually that time, how do you still remember how we like the process of NOC before we came to Shenzhen?
The process of NOC, maybe just let me give you a little insights on the whole application process, right?
But for GBA context, Greater Bay Area, I don't know about the other
GBA
countries.
context, okay, probably in the context of GBA, right? So I think at first you receive email from NUS Overseas College program, right?
Yeah.
Then from there on you start to fill in the application form. Of course, you will need referral from probably your ex-colleague, your ex-boss to support your application. So after this, then NUS Enterprise or Overseas College itself will process your application, then let you know the result.
Yes.
To let you know whether you are in the program or not. Right? This is the first step. Whether you get in the program or not. If you get in the program, you move on to the next step. Right? The next step is finally comes down to interviewing for companies. Yeah. So only if you successfully secure an internship at a company that you want, then you're officially on the program. If not, you have to be out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's basically about it. After that, you just start to prepare for your departure into your respective country. Yeah, for us, we are coming to NOC GBA.
Yeah, I think if you're not sure of anything, you can just contact your program manager, for more information. Yeah, but back then, your first choice is GBA, man?
My first choice is GBA.
Oh, serious?
Of course.
What's your second and third?
My second and third is Singapore and Malaysia.
Wow, it's really interesting. I thought talking about overseas exposure.
Overseas exposure. Correct. I think I have my own set of reasons. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind sharing?
Sure. Okay, maybe let me start with why Greater Bay Area, right? I think we all know that China is very famous for its technology and the speed of innovation, right? You see how they grow so fast in the past years until now, right? Then of course, why Greater Bay Area? I think when I applied for Greater Bay Area, the only city that I was targeting is just Shenzhen. Yeah, for the reason because Shenzhen as itself, as you already mentioned, it evolved so fast from a fishing village to what it is today. Yeah. It's a mega city, right? Or some people even call it the Silicon Valley of China.
Yes.
Right.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, Silicon Valley of China is what attracts me.
Yeah.
Okay. On top of that, right, I think Shenzhen itself is also well known for the mixture of like their hardware and software innovation. So we know a lot of big companies that actually founded or started up in Shenzhen. So basically, for some example, is DJI, Tencent, and also Huawei . Alright.
Big company.
Yeah, so that was my first choice because of how fast the city is growing, and then the startup ecosystem is getting stronger and stronger. I foresee that I can learn a lot from this city itself, and the startup ecosystem is very interesting. Yeah.
And also there's not much language barrier also.
Personally myself, I speak Chinese at home so I will count Chinese as my mother tongue. Yeah, so it's okay Though sometimes I find it very hard to communicate because I'm a Malaysian, my Malaysian accent quite strong Yeah.
Hey, be proud, man.
Be proud. Yeah. Then the second choice is very interesting, Singapore, right? So I think Singapore itself is also a thriving hub for startups. I think it's the strongest country in the Southeast Asia because of its strategic location, as well as they have a lot of new businesses coming in. It's a very pro-business environment. They have a lot of investors as well, right? Yeah. So then on top of that, because I've already tried to venture into the Singapore startup space so there are a lot of initiatives that's already there for you. Yeah. So there's a lot for you to learn So I think like one of the example is Block 71. I think most NUS students would know about it. NUS students who are very interested in entrepreneurship. Yeah. So I think it's a really good place to learn about startups. Yeah. Then my last choice, Malaysia. Going back to my hometown, NUS Overseas College.
Overseas, no, NOC.
NOC, go home.
Parent Overseas College.
Okay, I think the last choice is... Oh, before that, let me tell you my second choice, Singapore. Do you know that it's also a Silicon Valley of Southeast Asia?
No way, really man?
Really? I'm not...
Who told me on?
I don't know, Google lah.
Google okay lah.
If it's wrong, correct me lah.
Oh, nice.
But I will assume it is lah.
Oh, sure.
I've been there for so long, I'm proud. Yeah, okay, back to the topic. The last choice are Malaysia. I think my end goal, of course, is to help my own hometown kind of like speed up the innovation lah. Yeah, so whatever I learn overseas, I hope to bring back one day and contribute to the country's economy. Yeah, I think, that's the main thing lah. That's why if you see my second and third choice, Singapore and Malaysia, I'm focusing more on the Southeast Asia context. Yeah, my end goal is to stay in Southeast Asia still. So this is the reason why I choose my second and third choice.
Respect, this guy, I tell you. Wow.
Alright.
Thinking about contributing to a nation.
Yes.
Wow. I don't even at his level.
Never mind. You're still exploring.
Yeah. Actually, for me, my choices were three. First one was Paris. Second one was of course GBA, and then third one I think was Thailand. Okay, reason why, because I told myself overseas correct. Then I didn't want to, like, I would choose places where I know I have friends or I have connections to back me up, you know. Like for example, why I chose Paris, because my mom's best friend, she's Indonesian, but she married a French guy. So they always go to France, you know. So she'll tell me, oh, Paris, how is it? Then I was like, oh, okay, sounds fun. Then I tell myself, you know, even if you want to stretch yourself to go overseas, I also don't want to stretch until like that, you know. Like anything, I got something to fall back on, anything I got backup, right?
Always have a 靠山.
Correct, 靠山, I go Paris, anything happen, hello, I can get some help, So that was my first choice, Paris. So I have never been out of Asia actually. So I also I can explore some parts of Europe as well through Paris. So of course that didn't happen lah. I'm quite blessed here. I ended up in GBA actually. Yeah. So second choice GBA, because really of the transformation that everyone has witnessed in Shenzhen, and for whatever reasons he also has stated above, it coincides with me very, very, very well. Yeah. Basically is in a nutshell, this is China's economic, how do I say it? Economic zone, future economic zone will really lie in the Greater Bay Area. Yeah, and I believe we can not only just learn, I think we can build valuable connections.
Correct.
That can help us in the future as well. Then lastly was Thailand, because speaking of this, because I want to go Thailand, right? I actually took up Thai.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took up Thai lesson. Yeah, I took up Thai level 1 only. Thai level 1.
Impressive.
Yeah, so I learned some Thai, I write some Thai script. Then I was like, hey, maybe I don't end up in Paris, didn't end up in China. I go Thailand, at least I can converse. Then I also have a few Thailand friends. Thailand is also quite a nice place, you know. Yeah, but I'm very blessed to be here, honestly. Yeah, actually, talking about this, China, you say that you got Malaysian accent all that.
Yeah.
You got face and difficulty when you come here.
Wow.
Like document wise settling.
I think document wise, I would say for our program itself, all the informations are laid out there lah. Of course, there are some hiccups here and there, but
definitely lah. You just prepare to have hiccups and it's okay.
Yeah, I think the main thing is conversing in Chinese right?
Yeah, your interview was in English or Chinese?
My interview surprisingly started off with English, right? So let me tell you this story. I told everyone about it. So my interview started with English, and I was very confident. So in my head it's like, I'm gonna ace the interview, right here, right there. I'm gonna get the position. Okay. Yeah. Then halfway through the interview, my interviewer or the CMO of the company told me, 我们现在正式开始面试，所以你要用中文。Basically, we are starting the actual interview now. So I have to use Chinese to answer all the questions.
The first part was what? Free trial?
The first part was just chit-chatting Yeah.
Testing water.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So that's when I find out I can speak Chinese but I can't piece my sentence together. Everything is everywhere. Yeah, I think after that, of course, language can be a barrier. Yeah, sometimes when I talk to my colleague, if the information wasn't conveyed very clearly, there are some misunderstanding or miscommunication. Yeah, but I think on that sense, right, if you feel that the information is not conveyed properly, don't be afraid to consult them again lah. Yeah.
Must be willing to ask lah.
Must be clear lah. You must be clear of what information you try to convey as well lah.
That's true. Wow, talking about this but that was very funny. You know, we were doing our residence permit. So residence permit is called 居住证.
居住证, yes.
居住证 嘛, right? Then so we were trying to find a house here. So for NOC, y'all can look up lah. Actually, NOC, one of the significant benefit that actually also made me more inclined to go instead of SCP was NOC was actually a financially neutral program. So they'll cover your rent, they'll cover your what
your etiquette,
etiquette, you know, basic expenses, mobile plans, all that. So y'all actually can go and read up lah. We'll put a link down below as well. So we had to go and find a house to rent, correct? Then after that, in the process of looking for an agent, the agent bring us to go and see the house, everything. Then they'll ask me, so they asked me in Chinese lah, like, are you gonna register with your passport or any permit or anything? Then I look at him, for now it's passport lah, but in the future it will be my residence permit. But in Chinese, right, you know what I say? No? I didn't say 居住证. I say, 我们以后会拿一个居留证. Then the agent look at me, 你说啥？我说居留证啊，他就说居留证不是，居留证是这个的。Like,居留证 means go jail 啊。Oh my god. You need to get detained, bro. Like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like, I thought I knew Chinese, but coming here, you know, you really need to be careful of the terms. Of the message you're gonna try to bring across, you know. Yeah. Like some guy pronounce the, you know, panda in Chinese, 熊猫啊. Some fella, you know what I say, no? 胸毛啊, It's spelling the same, right? But the pronunciation different, become what, chest hair. So it's ridiculous. So I would suggest, if you are going to a specific country, please, maybe if you can, maybe hone up a bit of the language lah at the same time. So at least you can protect yourself also ma. You don't look like an idiot in front of other people also.
Yeah, but I think on top of that, right, it's important to learn out the language, but I think don't be restricted to that lah. I think NUS or NOC program itself, the main objective, right, is to let you explore, to get out of the comfort zone, like what Chong has mentioned just now. Yeah, though language might be a barrier, but you do remember that you're here for 6 months to 1 year, right? Or 1 year. Yeah. So yeah, within these 6 months or 1 year, just try to brush out your whatever language that you try to converse in lah. So don't be restricted to that. I said that my interview was really bad lah, but coming here,
you still get it, right?
Yeah, I still get it.
You get it now.
Yeah. As you speak to more locals, right, you the way you converse in the specific language will also improve in a way.
True. Yeah. Talking about this, I think I very agree with what you say lah. Because you are coming here to learn, so actually your bosses or your supervisors, your mentors, they're actually quite tolerant with you know your learning space, your learning curve. So don't feel afraid. Like for example, you cannot speak French, then I cannot go Paris. Doesn't mean like that. Yeah. It's more like as long as you show in the effort. As long as you show in the effort, you know, it's the same analogy, right? It's like for example, 我是女孩子, I'm your child now. Okay, you're my dad. Then I come home, my result, right? I fail my math test. But I failed my math test, right? Before that, I 2 weeks, I study every day, like mad. Versus, I show my result, I fail, right? But then I every day play game. You say which one you take the cane and
of course play game.
Yeah, correct. But it's like as if you show effort, money, like hey, there.
It's okay lah.
Yeah, it's correct. It's like that. Actually, I would say Chinese people, they are actually really very nice. They're very 包容, very tolerant.
They're very open-minded also.
Very open-minded. Yeah. So don't be afraid to learn here lah.
Yeah. One funny story. So that day I went out. I went drinking with my CMO. So he's the one who interviewed me. And
okay.
Yeah, and he remembered my interview lah, and he said he don't know where I was going when I start speaking Chinese. So he offered me the chance. He told me that you can speak in English. Yeah.
Oh.
But I didn't give up.
Hang on.
I use Chinese.
Bro, determinants, yeah.
Determination. So like what Chong said lah, they are actually very open. As long as you show that you're willing to learn and everything, it will be fine lah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you would expect it to be. It's like maybe you have some hiccups here and there, but it will still straighten up.
They will know that this is a learning space for you, so don't be afraid to try out anything you want.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, is there anything else the audience need to know?
For now, don't have. If we talk, then no more next podcast already.
Yeah, that's why. So cannot finish everything, correct?
Right.
So stay tuned. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and thanks for tuning. Yeah, give us comments, give us feedback. Honestly, we hope to expand our podcast to not just in China. We hope to expand to other parts of NOC. We hope to bring the experiential learning and innovation to the rest of the world.
And to everyone in NUS.
Definitely. Yeah. So, signing out.